Everyone expected Coco Gauff to come back stronger after Wimbledon. But no one expected this. Even Andy Roddick, the man once known for one of the greatest serves in tennis history, couldn't stop talking about Coco's new serve. The motion is smoother. The power is higher. The confidence is back. And now one question is shaking the tennis world. Has Coco Gauff's serve become even more dangerous than Aryna Sabalenka's? Let's break down the truth behind the serve that's turning heads across the WTA Tour. Coco Gauff's Wimbledon serve is turning heads. Even better than Sabalenka's? For years, Coco Gauff's serve has been one of the most discussed parts of her game, but not always for the right reasons. Despite becoming a Grand Slam champion and one of the brightest stars in women's tennis, her serve often let her down during the biggest moments. Double faults, toss inconsistency, pressure-induced mistakes. Critics believed it was the biggest obstacle preventing her from dominating the sport. But something has changed. Following Wimbledon, tennis fans, coaches, and former players have begun noticing a completely different version of Coco Gauff. The biggest surprise? Her serve. Former U.S. Open champion Andy Roddick recently praised the improvements in Gauff's serving mechanics, pointing out how much smoother and more natural her motion now looks. Coming from one of the greatest servers in tennis history, that's no ordinary compliment. And suddenly, the tennis world is asking a fascinating question. Is Coco Gauff building a serve powerful enough to challenge even Aryna Sabalenka's? Let's take a closer look. At Wimbledon, Gauff may not have lifted the trophy, but her performance revealed something far more important for her long-term future. She looked more comfortable behind the baseline, more confident before every first serve. And perhaps most importantly, she looked fearless. Throughout the tournament, observers noticed fewer rushed motions and a much cleaner ball toss. Her service rhythm appeared significantly improved compared to previous seasons. Instead of fighting her mechanics, she looked like she trusted them. That confidence changes everything. Because serving isn't only about speed. It's about belief. For years, analysts pointed to one recurring issue: the second serve. Whenever pressure increased, Gauff often became tentative. Double faults appeared at the worst possible moments. Opponents sensed vulnerability. Elite returners attacked immediately. But this latest version tells a different story. Her second serve now carries more spin, more kick, and much better placement. Rather than simply trying to avoid mistakes, she's beginning to attack with it. That's the difference between surviving and controlling a match. Andy Roddick highlighted another subtle improvement: her body balance. During earlier stages of her career, Gauff occasionally drifted off balance after contact. Now her movement flows naturally into the court. That allows her to recover faster for the next shot. It sounds like a small adjustment, but at the highest level of tennis, tiny improvements often produce massive results. Naturally, comparisons with Aryna Sabalenka have started appearing, and it's easy to understand why. Sabalenka owns one of the biggest serves in women's tennis. Her first serve regularly exceeds 120 miles per hour. She wins countless free points. Her aggressive serving style puts opponents under pressure from the very first shot. Pure power remains her biggest weapon. But tennis has evolved. Raw speed isn't always enough. Placement, variation, consistency, decision-making. These elements matter just as much. And this is where Coco Gauff is making enormous progress. Unlike Sabalenka, Gauff doesn't rely entirely on overwhelming power. Instead, she's developing a more complete serving package. She mixes wide serves, body serves, flat bombs, heavy kick serves, slice serves. Changing locations keeps opponents guessing. When receivers cannot predict what's coming next, even a slightly slower serve becomes much harder to return. That's exactly the direction Gauff appears to be heading. One major reason behind this transformation is confidence. Winning Grand Slam titles changes players. Experience changes players. Learning from painful defeats changes players. Gauff has now experienced every emotion professional tennis can offer. Heartbreaking losses, historic victories, massive expectations, constant pressure. Each season has helped her mature. Now those lessons are beginning to appear in every service game. Her coaching team deserves significant credit. Instead of completely rebuilding her serve, they focused on refining it. Sometimes less is more. Minor adjustments to timing, better rhythm, improved shoulder rotation. The rest of the WTA Tour should pay attention. Because this isn't simply about faster serves. It's about confidence. It's about maturity. It's about believing that every service game belongs to you. When that mindset combines with world-class athleticism, championship tennis usually follows. Whether her serve ultimately surpasses Aryna Sabalenka's remains open for debate. Fans will continue arguing. Analysts will continue comparing statistics. Former champions will continue offering opinions. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The serve that once caused Coco Gauff so many problems may soon become one of her greatest strengths. And if that happens, the race for future Grand Slam titles becomes even more exciting. So what do you think? Has Coco Gauff finally transformed her biggest weakness into a championship weapon? And if her serve keeps improving, could she become the most complete player on the WTA Tour? Or does Aryna Sabalenka still have the superior serve? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest tennis news, analysis, and exclusive stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.